everybody, and welcome to episode 7 on the ManniCraft server with Black Dog Z. Alright, so just want to show you a few things that we've upgraded. First of all, you'll notice we brought the machines upstairs. Yeah, it was about time. It was a big long haul to get it all up here. We got a housewarming gift from Tinth. It is an uncrafting table. Check that out. That's right, we didn't make it. I have no clue how to make it. I barely know how it works. I can put things in there and it tells me that I can uncraft it. See, look at that. Not quite sure what else you do with it, but that's what it's for. Alright, so the other thing that we've got going is this guy over here. So this here is an input bus. It inputs stuff in, sorry, that would be an export bus. Export stuff into this thing here, keeps this full of cobble. Goes through the recycler, which has a transformer upgrade, an overclocker upgrade, 5 of them actually, and just sits there making scrap. Behind it is a system that's pulling out the scrap and making scrap boxes. From there, the system is importing it back in. So this is constantly making us scrap boxes. So if we just type in scrap, we'll see here that we have 342 scrap boxes. You'll notice here that we have a fairly powerful applied Energistics system. Several places to put hard drives. This one's actually completely full. This was our original one. So we found out, we built a couple of these 64K. They're not really that good. This one's just for sand, gravel, so building blocks basically. And this one here is just miscellaneous. But you'll see here that the problem that you have is that you run out of space in them before you run out of memory. So then it can't hold new items, and that's an issue. So we're using smaller ones so that we can hold plenty of items, because it can all hold 63 different items. So why not? This here is the ComputerCore. You take a look, it can have these patterns. All you need to do is press and hold shift. You can see all the patterns we can currently make. So we've got a few patterns put in there, just stuff that we use on a regular basis. Mostly has to do with the applied Energistics system, but we're starting to add more. So that's kind of neat. Now, as far as building this stuff here goes, next week I am planning on starting my block mod, and I think I'll start with applied Energistics, because I actually haven't built any of this. This has all been Dawn, who's been working on applied Energistics. We've actually been working on the core stuff. So we built, you know, our basic furnace and things like that, getting that up and running. And then I built this, and I built the Zycraft thing, which you guys saw. I was using it for something else originally, but that's been changed. Sorry. I also found out that the tree farm that we built will not produce enough wood to keep a boiler running. So this tree farm here cannot produce enough wood to keep a boiler running. You'll notice I'm using a different type of tree than I originally was. I'm now using a jungle tree because they're a little bit taller, which is kind of nice. And I'm going to show you guys something else. So I figured out a way to make that work. And the way we made that work was... Oh, gotta go downstairs. We changed how this was going. So if you look here, you'll see here there's some chests, there's some powered furnaces, there's a filter, and there's the ender chest. So the ender chest, of course, has wood. I accidentally let the dirt run out in it, so it's kind of low on wood right now, but that's not an issue because the wood gets turned into charcoal, and as you can see, it's pretty backed up. And in the chests, we have full of charcoal. And then in here, we have charcoal running it. Now, we needed approximately 1 chest full, which was over here, of coal coke in order to warm this thing up. Once it was warm, though, we were able to run it off the wood turned into coal. Now, while that was using coal coke to warm up, I did manage to basically fill these chests full of coal. Sorry, I have the hiccups today. Haven't been able to get rid of them. So we filled these full of charcoal, so that way this system would stay at max efficiency. And as you can see, it's doing a very good job keeping that up. So we've got basically an unlimited supply of EU. It is 32. You'll see here we have an MFE, runs all the way up there. And then over here we have another MFE hooked to a thermal generator. Although we're not really using the lava as much anymore. Once this lava spot runs out, we'll probably not bother moving it since we have all these guys running. And this is all the power we really need right now, as well as this thing can easily hook up another set exactly like this up top. Not a problem. I haven't done it yet, but I know that it can do it. So we've got the wiring for it. We just have to put it in place. You'll notice our wiring has become a lot more, I'd almost want to call it convoluted. We've got an energy cell there. We've got another energy cell just for the applied Energistics. And the reason we did that was because we wanted to be able to make sure that the applied Energistics always had the power it needed. I've got my chicken farm set up here. You guys saw that last episode. And basically all that is just a bunch of chickens in there. I've sealed them in. Oops. Accidentally hit the wrong button there. So that I can get eggs. And the reason for that is because we wanted spawners. This here is a spawner. Why is there an egg in there? There's no chickens in here, so I don't understand why there's an egg. That's alright. As you can see, we've made liberal use of the secret doors mod. Look at that. My favorite part about this. You notice it's a little harder to break than regular stone. You break through it. And even this, you can break through this one as well. Bam. And now you can go through. Look at that. But all you need to do is press this, and it's back. Look at that. So it's like a solid wall that you can break open and reset, which is kind of cool. It doesn't give you anything for breaking it, but does keep people not knowing where that is. So that makes it so people cannot access the second part of our basement level, which I like. This here's a witch spawner, actually. If you take a look really closely, we got witches. Reason we did that was because we could do this. Now the witches are going to fall down. They're going to give us glowstone. They're going to give us redstone. They're going to give us glass bottles. They're going to give us gunpowder. And sometimes they even give us potions. That's right. That's free potions. So we can sit here and just let them go. And we get glowstone, redstone, gunpowder, everything we'll ever need from these. And then I can turn it off. And the witches will fall down. And once they fall down, I can press here and it'll seal it back up. And that'll allow me to go inside if I ever have to. You do not want to be on here, like inside, when the witches are actually going, because they will try to kill you. They're pretty good at it, and there's a lot of them. I have trouble taking on one witch, let alone, 6 or 7 at a time. You'll notice here that we're now running with a nano suit and a diamond sword. And the reason for that is because I was just having trouble keeping my armor and having to replace it constantly. So now that we have EU, I figured might as well. In here, we've set up ThoughtCraft. That's right, we're going to be starting our ThoughtCraft research. This season, I'm planning on putting it on YouTube. All the research. Now, we've done just a minor amount of research. Let me grab my Thaumonomicon here and show you. The only research that we've done is this one, basic transmutation. Now, basic transmutation is just that. Get something that has both Keras and Metallum in it and research that. Once you're done, go ahead and just research seeds. That's right, just regular plain old seeds for grass, from grass. Or, if you don't want to use seeds, you can use eggs. Same thing. It's that exchange that we're looking for there, and that will allow you to research basically transmutation into gold. Yeah, that's right, gold. And it's actually good to have because we've been having trouble getting gold, and this will allow us to get more of it. We've decided to set up 2 Emblix this time, and you'll notice we have 2 of these. And the reason for that is because both me and Dawn may be working on something at the same time. We don't want to interfere with each other, so we're going to be doing that. We'll probably put a table here in the middle. Or 2. It just depends on what we think we need. Alright, so that's the basic overview today. I know we spent the first 10 minutes just discussing what all has happened on the server and what all we're planning on doing. So, what is it that we actually want to do today? I'm not actually too sure. I wanted to give you guys that tour, make sure that you guys knew everything that was going on. Oh, I want to show you guys this. We've gotten a bunch of pages. Yeah, that's right. We've got stone, snowy rainforest, spruce wood, frozen ocean, mini jungle, ravines, hell, villages, blue, fog colors, slow weather. Now, once I get enough pages to actually build a world, we'll probably build another world. And who knows, maybe we'll move there. I haven't decided what'll happen there yet. So we'll see what happens. But today, I think we want to work on something a little different. We've already got, unlimited energy. That's not a huge issue. We've got unlimited mining. Again, that's not a huge issue. We're pretty much getting everything we need. Doesn't look like it's currently running. It's probably stuck on something. It does that once in a while. So I'll have to get that fixed. But today, I wanted to work on something fairly basic. And what's that, you say? Give me 1 second here. Let's get rid of the word spider. We were looking to see if they've gotten spider heads into this yet. And the reason for that is because up above our mantle, I don't know if you noticed, we have a bunch of a bunch of heads. We've got zombie head, skeleton head, my head, skeleton head, creeper head. The reason my head's up there, and I'll tell you that right now, is we were out in the mining world killing wisps while I was trying to fix the miner, and Tinth killed me. It was an accident. He was using a Sword of the Zephyr and accidentally killed me because it does do area damage. And yeah, I definitely died. So yeah, I got a copy of my own head because it was in my stuff. Thought that was really cool, and I really liked the fact that that happened, because that's the first time I've ever had my own head on my mantle. Alright, so the things that we wanted to work on today is we wanted to work on a way to get better armor. So, currently we have nano armor. Next step from that would of course be our regular suits of armor. We could go gold. I'm sorry, not gold, diamond armor. Or, we could go something special and we can go to the quantum suit or the gravity suit armor. The problem with the quantum suit armor, again, for some reason this did this again. The quantum suit is that we need iridium plates. Iridium plates, of course, are made in implosion compressor and require a lot of work, as you remember from last season. I think we're going to try to avoid doing that. Instead, let's go ahead and build this. Power Armor Tinker Table. Seems really simple to build. It just requires iron, lapis, and an emerald. So why don't we go ahead and do that. Just go in here, grab some iron. We may have a lot of iron. As you can see, over 2,000 iron. I'm not really too worried about the fact that the miner has stopped running. Lapis, we've only got 443 lapis. Again, not too worried about that. And we need an emerald. Now, I know I have at least one. We don't have many, but it's a start. And that gives us Power Armor Tinker Table. So there we go. Now, this is actually going to be my Power Armor Tinker Table. So I'm actually going to take this and put it in my room. That's right, I have a room. There isn't much in it right now, as you can see. Haven't had a chance to do much with it yet. But I do plan on putting my bed in here. So let's go grab my bed. Let's grab my other stuff here. Wall. Secret door. You remember this old area? That's right, it's still here. It's not really used anymore. The chests are actually empty. But it still exists. Huh. Alright, so it appears that we're experiencing a little bit of lag. We may have to take a look at the server and restarting it here soon. Uh-oh. Might have to look at restarting the server. Things are starting to lag out, but it appears to be fine on the server. Like, it's 24 millisecond tick. It's not bad at all. That's about half a, like, it's a little higher than it should be. Usually we're getting around 6, so it's definitely a little higher than it should be, but it's not bad. Much better than the other server, that's for sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up our bed, and we're actually going to put our bed right here. Bam. And then I want my tinker table to be right there. Alright. So there we go. We now have a tinker table. Now, in order to use a tinker table, we're going to need to build some other stuff. So let's see what we can build. Let's go back down to the work area. We're just going to go E Power. What? Okay, so we go here. Power. So there's a couple of different things. We're going to want power armor. We're probably going to want the feet. We're probably going to want the torso. We're going to want the legs. We're probably even going to want the head. Let's start with the torso. So to build the torso, we need some wiring. Wiring can be made out of gold nuggets and redstone, or you can build it out of uninsulated copper and silver ingots. But I think we're going to go this route because that seems much cheaper. So we go gold nuggets and redstone. It gets us some wiring. And then we need some iron, or just a lot of iron, really. Alright, so and how'd that go again? Okay, so I missed. Like that. So that gets me power armor torso. Now I'm actually going to make a spare one of these and just toss it in there. And then we're going to make power armor legs. Real simple. I'm thinking that they're going to have to make these recipes a little bit harder, I think. Because this seems just a little simple. Okay. And then I saw the headpiece. And then how do you make the feet? The feet are just okay. So get rid of that. We're gonna need those. We'll save them for later. And I'm gonna need some more gold. Some more redstone. This seems like it's a little, just like a little too easy to build. I'm really hoping that some of the stuff you have to add to it is a little harder to build, because this is quite easy, and I don't really think that a mod should really be this easy. It seems somewhat underwhelming, actually, the fact that it's this easy. Pair of shoes, and toss a pair of shoes. And I'm just going to go iron. And make a second helmet. And just toss it in there. And then if I just type in the word power, we should see a full set of power armor in there. And I'm actually going to take those out for now. And hello. Find out what ArcLight wants here. So as you can see, ArcLight's just put some cans in there. He's filling them up, and there you go. Apparently he wanted some lava. That's simple enough. Alright, so back to what we were doing. We were grabbing the power armor, and I'm actually just going to take the second set of power armor, I'm going to stick it in this chest. And the reason I'm sticking it in this chest is because we want to build a surprise for Dawn. So we're probably going to build two of them. We're going to do mine on screen, we'll do Dawn's off screen, and we'll give him just that little surprise, just to say, hey, look, we got you some power armor. Alright, so now we have some power armor. Now, hopefully the add-ons to the power armor are a little bit tougher to come by than the actual power armor, because that was way too easy. And so, there we go. Let's take a look here. Lighter, harder, more protective than basic, but much harder to make. Basic plating is heavy, but protective. Sprint assist, a set of servo motors to help you sprint. Double tap forward to walk faster. Jump assist, swim boost. For refitting your ion thruster for underwater use, you may be able to add extra forward or backward thrust underwater. Uphill step into a pair of dedicated servos allow you to effortlessly step up 1 meter high ledges. Cosmetic custom color module will give your armor some color tinting to customize your armor's appearance. Transparent armor, make the item transparent so you can show off your skin without losing armor. And Citizen Joe style, an alternative armor texture, co-Citizen Joe of IC2 forums. Well, I like this. Okay, so let's see what we need to do. So we're going to go energy shield. But I'm not sure. Directly gravitational fields in an area. Yes. And I wish I knew how to do that. So apparently we're going to need some stuff to build in order to get this stuff. Because I really don't know how. Need a servo motor, need a control circuit. Need a force field emitters, 2 of them. So let's take a look here at NEI. Saying I need force field emitters. Here's force field emitters right here. So we need to build this or that. This seems much easier. So let's go ahead and build that. Now we'll have to go downstairs. Oh, let's go ahead and set our ender chest down while we're here. There we go. Alright, so to build a force field emitter, we'll need a couple of items. We're going to need, where'd that go? Right there. Ender pearls. Well, ender pearls are really simple to get. The only thing that we need in order to get them is something I don't actually have on me. I do believe it might be upstairs in the ender chest. No. Don't tell me I lost it. Let's see if we actually have any. Oh, we do have ender pearls. Okay. Okay, so I got 4 ender pearls, which is what we needed. And we need solenoids. Now, solenoids are just wiring and iron to make a solenoid. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to need more wiring. Okay. And then we need iron. Okay. I'm making 8 of these, even though I really think I only need 4. And the reason I'm making 8 is because I think we needed 2 of these, which means I'm going to need another set of ender pearls. Oh, I needed 10. Dang it. The downside to this is that you have to look up everything every time. Okay. So then this goes like this. This goes like this. And we got a force field emitter. Now, unfortunately, we are all out of ender pearls. Let's take a look at this. Oh, I've got minium shards. I've got a minium stone right here. So because I have a minium stone, I can do this. And there we go. And then I can go pearls, and I can make a second one of these. Alright, so now I got 2 of those. Let's go ahead and install that, and I think we'll have to call that an episode, everybody. And don't worry, I'm planning on not doing my power armor without you guys. So, even though I'm going to be doing power armor here, okay, so now if I escape out of there, I should find but it said I had installed modules. Yes, I have this. Oh, I put it in the legs. So if I take a look at my legs, installed module, energy shield. Now, unfortunately, it has absolutely no power, so it's going to need power. And so let's take a look at what we need for a battery. So in order to install a battery, we need an MV capacitor. So there's the MV capacitor. We need some very simple stuff. Let's go build a couple of those. And we're going to see what we can do here. Because I'm planning on putting shield armor on everything. So I need an MV, oh sorry, I need wiring, and I need lapis, paper, nugget. We've got a couple sheets of paper. Alright, so now we have a battery system. And we want it to hold the maximum amount. Okay. Now if we take a look at our legs. Now I should be able to put on these legs Looks a little different. Equal to 2.5. I don't know. They don't appear any different. Well, it's about the same at this point. Well, we'll see. I hear that this energy suit is supposed to be pretty good, so I'm going to finish installing a few things. I'll add energy capacitors to all the pieces here. I'll actually do that with you guys on the screen here. So we got to add energy, install, max. There we go. Energy, install, max. Energy. Apparently I only have enough for that. That's alright. I really don't like that helmet. My helmet's no good right now anyway, so I'll just wear this. So as you can see, I now have less armor than I did before. But everything now holds energy, and I'll go ahead and add the armor plating here on off screen. Okay. If you have any ideas or concerns about the power armor, please let me know. Or if you have any news on it, I'd like to know more about this mod. And don't always have time to check it out. So if you know like changes that they're planning to make on it and things like that, feel free to let me know. Other than that, have a good evening.